Did you know a single cup of kale has more vitamin C than an orange? It's true, and it's not just kale that's a nutritional powerhouse. Berries are packed with antioxidants, while chia seeds are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids. Superfoods like these are not just delicious, they are nature's way of keeping us healthy and energized. Now imagine having these superfoods right at your fingertips in your garden. Growing your own superfoods is easier than you might think. Let's dive into the basics of setting up a superfood garden. A strong start begins with soil preparation, as the quality of your soil directly affects the health and yield of your crops. Start by testing your soil's pH level. Most vegetables prefer a pH between 6 and 7. If your soil is too acidic or alkaline, amendments like lime or sulfur can help balance it out. Next, enrich your soil with organic matter. Compost, well-rotted manure, or leaf mold can do wonders for your soil structure, improving its ability to hold nutrients and water. Remember, healthy soil equals healthy plants. Now let's talk about climate conditions. While some superfoods like kale and spinach thrive in cooler climates, others like berries and tomatoes prefer a bit of warmth. It's essential to understand the temperature preferences of your chosen superfoods to ensure they grow well. Don't forget about sunlight. Most superfoods need a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day, so choose a spot in your garden that gets plenty of sunshine. If your garden is a bit on the shady side, don't worry. Some superfoods like spinach can tolerate less light. Lastly, consider space requirements. While some superfoods like berries require a bit of room to spread out, others like kale and spinach can be grown in smaller spaces or pots. So, whether you have a sprawling garden or a tiny balcony, you can still grow your own superfoods. And there you have it. By preparing your soil, understanding your climate conditions, ensuring ample sunlight, and considering the space you have available, you're setting the stage for a successful superfood garden. With these basics in place, you're ready to start planting. Now let's get our hands dirty and start planting. To cultivate a garden teeming with superfoods, it's crucial to understand the unique needs of each plant. Let's start with kale, a nutritional powerhouse. Spring or early summer is the ideal time to plant kale. This leafy green prefers cooler temperatures, so aim for about 2 to 4 weeks before the last expected frost. Dig a hole that's about ½ an inch deep, drop in the seeds, and cover them lightly with soil. Space your kale plants about 18 inches apart to give them room to spread out. Next up, we have berries. Let's focus on blueberries, packed with antioxidants and flavor. Blueberries are best planted in early to mid-spring. The depth of planting is crucial here. You want to make sure the top of the plant's root ball is level with the surrounding soil. Space each blueberry bush about 4 to 5 feet apart to ensure ample sunlight and air circulation. And let's not forget about chia seeds, tiny but mighty superfoods. Chia plants are pretty hardy and can be planted in the spring as soon as the danger of frost is past. Scatter the seeds lightly over the soil and cover them with about 1/4 inch of soil. Chia plants like their personal space, so aim for about 12 to 18 inches of distance between each plant. Remember, each superfood plant has its own preferences when it comes to light, water, and soil type. Research and preparation are key to providing the best environment for your superfoods to flourish. But don't worry, the effort is well worth it when you're harvesting your very own nutrient-dense, delicious superfoods. With your superfoods safely in the ground, it's time to ensure they grow healthily. Taking care of your superfoods is crucial to their growth and nutritional value. How you nurture and protect these plants will directly influence their capacity to provide you with a wealth of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. So, let's dive into some key care tips to ensure your superfoods thrive and deliver their maximum nutritional potential. Watering is the first aspect of care we'll delve into. Remember, not all plants have the same thirst. Berries, for example, require consistent watering, but be careful not to overwater as this can lead to root rot. Kale, on the other hand, is quite hardy and can tolerate a bit of drought. As a rule of thumb, ensure the soil is moist but not waterlogged. Next, weeding. Weeds are unwanted guests in your garden, competing with your superfoods for nutrients and sunlight. Regularly inspect your garden and gently uproot any weeds you find. Be careful not to damage the roots of your superfoods in the process. A little time spent weeding can save your plants a lot of stress. Now, let's talk about pests. Aphids, caterpillars, and slugs may find your superfoods just as attractive as you do. Keep a keen eye out for these critters and consider organic solutions to keep them at bay. A natural insecticide made from garlic or chili can be effective and won't compromise the nutritional value of your superfoods. Lastly, let's not forget about the importance of organic care methods. Synthetic fertilizers may promise quick growth, but they can strip the soil of its natural nutrients over time. Opt for organic compost or manure to enrich your soil. This way, you're not only nourishing your superfoods but also ensuring the sustainability of your garden. Taking care of your superfoods requires attentiveness and patience, but the rewards are immense. Not only do you get to enjoy the process of nurturing these plants, but you also reap the benefits of their rich nutritional content. With these care tips, your superfoods are on their way to providing you with a bounty of nutrition. The most exciting part of growing your own superfoods is finally here: harvesting. The anticipation of reaping what you've lovingly sown is always a thrill. But how do you know when it's the perfect time to harvest your superfoods? Let's start with kale. It's best to harvest young leaves as they are tender and have a sweeter taste. You can start picking once they're about the size of your hand. Simply cut the leaves from the outside, being careful not to damage the central bud. Moving on to berries, they're ready to pick when they're fully colored. Blueberries, for instance, should be a deep blue. They'll also easily come off the stem when they're ripe. Gentle is the key word here. You don't want to squish these little nutrient powerhouses. For other superfoods like beets and radishes, the top of the root will start to show above the soil. At this point, gently dig around the top to check the size. If it's about an inch in diameter, it's ready to pull. Remember, the younger they are, the more tender and flavorful. And finally, when harvesting, always use clean and sharp tools. This reduces stress on the plants and helps prevent the spread of disease. With your superfoods harvested, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Whether you're making a fresh salad, a berry smoothie, or a hearty kale soup, the taste of success is indeed sweet and nutritious. Don't just take our word for it, hear from others who've successfully grown their own superfoods. Meet Jane, a city dweller who transformed her small balcony into a green paradise. She says, "I started growing kale and berries 2 years ago. It's become a part of my daily routine, and I love it. The taste of fresh-picked produce is unmatched, plus I know it's free from harmful pesticides. My energy levels have skyrocketed, and I've never felt healthier." Let's also hear from Mike, a retiree who took up gardening as a hobby. He shares, "I grow my own superfoods because it's rewarding. Watching the fruits of my labor ripen is a joy. Plus, my doctor says my blood pressure has improved since I started eating homegrown superfoods." And there's Susan, a busy mom who's teaching her kids about nutrition through gardening. She says, "Growing our own food has made my family more conscious of what we eat. It's a fun, educational experience." Inspired yet? It's time to start your own superfood journey. Why wait to start reaping the benefits of superfoods? Imagine the taste of fresh kale and berries, bursting with nutrients right from your garden. Remember, these aren't just foods, they're superfoods, the champions of health. By planting these seeds, not only are you cultivating a garden but also a healthier life. The journey to wellness is just a step away, and it starts in your backyard. Begin your superfood journey today, for a healthier tomorrow. Subscribe for more helpful guides and tips on living a healthier lifestyle.